I started my recording a little late. Oh well. We got Taylor on the left representing the United States with Kylo Ren, Null, DT798, Scorch, Longshot, and Zeta 5 going up against Sven. Using Poe, Zori, ZZ, Tally, and Finn. Custom ZZ, custom Tally. The mission for this week, as you can see, is assault at the satellite array. And gonna try to get betting open ASAP. Uh, I don't think my betting worked. That's fine. I'll figure it out for the later game. But yeah. So the XTC is the X-Wing Team Championship. It's teams from across the world going up against each other to see who the best team in the world is, all that good stuff. No problem. I'm glad Levi reached out to me, and I'm glad these players were willing to jump on and let me stream them. I know that Sven was kind of hesitant, so Sven, if you watch this back, thank you for letting me stream your game. And but yeah. So I'm gonna try to stream 2 more games today. Or stream as many as I can for XTC. Um, I know the one I'm streaming later for a fact is Snipes versus Mighty. So they're rolling their hello Tim. Alright, so Finn going 1 forward, using C3PO to coordinate, it seems. And he's going to coordinate ZZ focus. Woo! Big 5 straight there from Zeta. Bear with me, it's going to look ugly for a second. I'm sorry. I'm just noticing that ships are the wrong color. So I'll get the ships the right color. So Zeta is green. Longshot's blue, so we got that right. Scorch is pink. DT is yellow. Okay, so it was just Scorch and Zeta. We're backwards. And then Tally and ZZ flipped. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I didn't know that actually. So it looks like it's just going to be an all-out bloodbath on the bottom. And ZZ and Kylo are just going to have a nice little conversation up top. Who was it that said if two players are jousting, one player is wrong? I think it was Dion that said that. Ooh, Kylo with the bump there. No, you're right. Everyone says that. A little late on the lock there for Zori, but Sun Tzu too, probably, yeah. You know what? Let me get a little bit of music. Um, royalty free. Oops, that might be a little too loud. I'm sorry. I'm scrambling a little here. Yeah, DTE is probably gonna die, but you might get Null to pop off a token before. Yeah, yeah. I mean, DT is gonna be hard to kill, but at least you're gonna have 4 shots into DT. So let's see. Null. Null is gonna shoot at Zori, it looks like. Ooh. Hate to see it. Alright, so now the pain train onto DT. Plasma torpedo from Poe. And 1 hit so far. So that's 3 hits into DT. And DT spends the evade probably. Yep, so no damage. I tried to change it. I'm sorry if it didn't change, Bender. Does it say Tabletop Simulator and USA versus Germany? I did a bit of a scramble. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just yeah, you know. Hit crit. I personally would not be spending this focus here because Taylor could roll something like that. And now we have Tally firing proton torpedoes at DT. And this is going to be a big hit. If it, okay, it's going to hit. So at least 1 damage is going through. So 2 hits, 2 crits. And DT takes hit, crit, crit. Hit, crit, crit. So crit 1, wounded, crit 2, wounded. So DT is super wounded, but DT is still alive. However, we all know how Finn is. So, Kylo getting shot at by ZZ, or I'm sorry, yeah, ZZ. Kylo spends the focus, takes nothing. Yeah. Yeah, 2 plasmas and a proton, all fully modded, and survived on 1. Kylo gets the shot back on ZZ. 2v3. This shot should do nothing. Well, I spoke too soon. Yeah, does nothing. No, I think it was there. I think I just missed it because I'm too worried about the bottom of the board. All right, so DT probably accepting death, but this is an all-in on Zori here. So 3v1. And yeah, you have no mods, unfortunately. Zori takes 2. Again, 2 hits into Zori, and Zori guaranteed to take 1. Gonna take a damage on Scorch to add the focus, and then Fanatical it up, so that's 3 hits. And Zori gets a squiggle, so 2 more shields. Just as a reminder, these players are, or not players, these teams, this series is 1-1. So that's 2 hits on Zori now. And Zori takes 2 more. Let me... Oh, it's because it's over here. There we go. Finn takes a strain, adds a focus, spends the calculate. So it's 2v3. So Taylor needs at least 2 paint. Wow. Okay. DTE survives the barrage of ordnance. And now Zeta. Zeta 1 hit. Taylor thinking about adding the focus. Gonna take a damage on Zeta. Oh, what's the other ability of Zeta? Because he just added 2. But Zori takes 2. So we're all talking about how DT survived, but hey, so did Zori. Kylo only one up top. Poe in the middle. Bottom right. And bottom left. So one apiece. And half a DT. Yeah, so tied on objectives, and yeah, so Taylor with a small lead here. Yeah, I don't believe I'm allowed to tell them about points. I remember reading I'm not allowed to interfere at all. So if they make a mistake, that's on them. If they forget to add points or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. I can call a judge if anything is needed. Okay, if it's a must, I will call a judge. Okay. Actually, I have enough of you in here that I'm sure one of you is a judge that can point something out. No interference. Okay. So then, yeah, it is all on them. Points are correct. Yes, yes. Sven had missed um half on DT, but I think Taylor told him. So everything's good. Everything's great. I'm being a good X-Wing streamer, or at least a subpar one. I feel like Sven has to. I feel like he has to try and kill two. If he can only put one shot into DT to kill DT, then I think he has a good turn. But at the same time, you know, what's Kylo doing up there? Also, not sure if you all can see it. Zori's arc is pointed to the left, so there could be a bank coming in here. But also true, yeah. Uh, no, there's no jam bait. Score just came in. Figure I'll update that as well. Erwin from Team France beat Liam from Team England 20-12. So that's, yeah. Not sure what that series is at right now. Let me see if I can find it. That was game one. So it appears that France is up in the series now 1-0. No, 20-12. But Taylor got the worst case scenario here for Kylo. He is first. But a big too hard from Zeta. Hopefully gets a couple decent blocks. Finn, not in a great spot. Not gonna lie. Gonna coordinate Tally. Coordinates Tally a focus. Ooh, 4K from long shot. And a too hard from Scorch. So here's the interesting thing with DT. I think he has to roll for both wounded. So, not stressed on the first one. I'm sorry. It's a side hustle. There might be a judge call here. They might need to know if they have to roll for both. No stress either way. Kylo with a big 2 bank. Focus rotate, yeah. Yeah, I think he expected Kylo to go down with his first order buddies. I wouldn't hate a focus boost, but yeah, there it is. Let me just go and see if I can lower. I'll do that. Okay, hopefully that helped with the ad frequency, or how long the ads are. So a nice old cluster in the middle. It would have been great if ZZ had, or not ZZ, Tally had Starboard Slash. Yeah, the slash would have been great there. He has to do an action to rotate. Oh! I was looking at ZZ, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Tally could... Okay, gonna lock Scorch. And rotate. Yeah, I don't think he remembered Slash. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Only enemy there for Poe, so... Yeah, also true. I was thinking that earlier. Alright, well, Zori's probably just dead. Yeah. Yeah, Null's gonna get the initiative kill too. So Null up first. 3v1 needs 2 paint to guarantee it. And gets way more than that. So down goes Zori Bliss. So, but Poe could also get an initiative kill on DT here. And I think he has to try. I know you want to go all in on Scorch here. I mean, well, you have two range 1 shots in the Scorch, so the question is, do you trust Finn to kill DT? Yeah, Taylor rolled twice for the wounded. No stress either time. Looks like he's going into DT. Oh. Now Kylo into... Ooh, instinctive aiming and ion missile. Okay. So 3v3. And... he's thinking about lone wolfing. He's in range of Poe, so he cannot lone wolf. So that is a shield on ZZ and ionized. But ZZ has the chance to kill DT here. It's a 2v4, but I mean... Forgot to get the evade. Makes sense. And if he didn't get it on Kylo's shot, he'd get it on this shot. So, but 2 hits into DT. DT needs 2 paint. I'm just gonna not mention paint anymore. Streamer curse is real right now. So this is... That's also in the DT. And DT finally dies. So, really big kill there. And, you know, best pilot in the galaxy, Finn, has a chance to take off either Zeta or Scorch. Gonna bump up the dice. I don't know who this is into. I guess we'll see here in a second. 2 and a crit into someone. Is he thinking about taking another damage? This might be in the Poe. This is in the Poe. So I think he's thinking about taking another damage, which would give half, and he's going to. So hit crit in the Poe. Or hit crit in the Poe. And that's 2 shields on Poe. Is Merciless? I actually... Oh, yeah. You're right, yeah. 2 and a focus into Tally. Oh, I think he's thinking about Mercilessing. Decided not to, and 2 evades for Tally. He may not have wanted to Merciless because he had to do it with Zeta. So, I don't know. Zeta, not a great roll. And this Zeta actually doesn't have Fanatical, so... Gonna take another damage for determination. Or he's thinking about it. Yeah, okay. And Finn, doing Finn things, rolls out of it. Actually, did he take a damage? He did not. Okay. Reset. Oh, Zeta ability. Okay, thank you. Well, that's 3 hits into, I assume, Scorch. If it's in the Scorch, Scorch is dead. If it's not, then that's 2 cards. And that was into Zeta. So Zeta alive on 1. I looked away for a second. That's on me for not seeing what who that shot was into. So Taylor. Oh yeah, 1-1. No, he didn't because he had to calculate, not a focus. He had the C3PO calculate, which I'm not a huge fan of on Finn, but hey, it's working. So, hmm. I think it's a send them fast at ZZ. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of C3PO on Finn when Finn wants to add focus results and he always wants a focus. I'm more used to seeing C3PO on Rose. So it's but if it works, it works. I'm not gonna. That's another thing I like about the XTC. You get to see what the meta looks like around the world. So what might be the meta in the United States might be different than the meta in Germany, which might be different than the meta in England, and so. But so maybe Sven just likes C3PO Finn. Oh, I 100% agree, Ellie. Yeah, it makes sense to bring, and you're right. Finn is just marginally better than Rose. True, true. You're right, buddy. Round 4 coming up. Taylor is first again. A sloop. That's a nice sloop. Wow. Whew, this precision flying. Wow. There is an objective under Finn. It just does not appear to have been locked. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Well, a 2 straight with Scorch. Does it not work? Let me look at Zeta here. Ah, yeah, that came up last turn. Um, Zeta did add a focus, and Zeta is not allowed to. But no interference from me, so I can't say anything. It appears they did not lock down a single objective, which is fine. Tally did a 1 hard and is still stressed, so this might be a Taylor gets away from a lot of significant shots turn. Oh, he dialed in the bank. That's kind of scary. Tally is stressed, so Tally could do no action. Oh, I think they're talking to see if he can use Poe to double mod the Procket, and the answer is no, I believe, because ZZ was ionized. Yeah, so I think that's what Taylor's trying to explain. I'm commentating, Liam. But no, yeah, I think it may just be, yeah. Am I quiet? I'm sorry if I'm quiet. Turn up your volume, Liam. Did they pause the timer? They did pause the timer, so let me pause my timer. I think there's a judge call. All right, let me turn up my mic sensitivity. So, I believe there is a judge call. There is a judge call. Taylor is okay, they figured it out. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a few, and then I will restart my own timer. They were calling for a judge. It seems they did not. Or someone from stream told them. Someone watching the stream, I mean. So, uh, Okay, I don't hate that. Never mind, I forgot Null didn't move. Alright. Null shooting at Poe. No damage. Okay. It may have been at Finn. I saw 2 dice and I wasn't sure. So Poe hit crit in the long shot. Uh, long shot's fine. He's gonna instinctive aim another ion missile. Oh, both ion missiles hit crit. And he's gonna spend. He doesn't want to be ionized anymore. I believe it was a boost rotate, yes. Oh, he's not gonna spend. Or did he spend? I don't know if he spent. He did. Okay. Oh, and then gets another. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. Forgot. I forgot about ZZ. All right. Well, Procket time. I mean, that's a pretty good Procket. That's a dead Zeta. Excuse me. And honestly, that's a huge swing. Thankfully, no other shots are coming to your extremely damaged Scorch. But Kylo's about to get into this fight, and yeah, one hit into ZZ, and ZZ has Poe, so ZZ. Oh, ZZ has, yeah, that's true. So there's heroic. Oh, and still takes a damage. Well, this shot should not hit at all, but we're gonna see. No, 100% agree. It's one of the better talents. Uh, trying to decide if he wants to spend. I mean, if he rolls evade focus, then yeah, it's a tough choice. Oh, he's using the ability to reroll. And oh, that's great. Oh, is it? Merciless. Correct, yeah. You're right. Well, I am not allowed to interfere, so I can't go in and say, hey, you can't do that. But yeah, so now we know for the future. Merciless is a. I am the watcher. I am watching with you guys. So it is unfortunate. Um, However, at least it wasn't a kill. If it was a kill, I think I would have felt a heck of a lot worse. True. Yeah. Yeah, losing the shield sucks. So, U.S. players, let's remind our friends what the ship abilities do after this game. That may have sounded mean. I apologize if that sounded mean. But got another game after this one. Yeah, zero intervention ever. I am essentially I'm essentially allowed to I'm like that the guys that watch the final table at Worlds where they can't say anything but they can watch. Yeah, so what had happened to Illy was yeah, true. That's why I'm telling Illy now. Taylor re-rolled a focus. Yeah. Wrongly played but no interference unless they call a judge. Yeah. I mean to even like if I'm coughing up a storm or can't talk, I have that little thing in the bottom left. But it shouldn't make a huge difference on the outcome of the game. Hopefully. I agree, Mike. Yeah, I'm not upset about it because it'd be super, disheartening if someone pops in and goes, "Hey, by the way, you fucked up here." Like Finn with his first focus of the game. Yeah, yeah. 100% agree, buddy. Yeah, yeah. That's why, like, when uh, when I stream NCX games, um, the only time I intervene is if I see a must, like weapons failure. It's a must. You must do this. Um, Wounded pilot, like you must roll twice, or you must roll. You must resolve the effects of the bomb. But if it's a May, like I might not even mention it on stream, or I'll say like, well, they missed this, but that's a May. Because some players, like me specifically, if I miss something, I like to be told, hey, you missed this. This is a must. But that's just me. Well, so you see, he fired the plasma uh, on someone not in bullseye. But yeah, if he had fired the devastating barrage at the ship in bullseye, then you could have more than one tie on half. He can't rotate, but he rotated. So ZZ is. Oh wait, I'm sorry. ZZ is not stressed, and I just remembered ZZ wasn't ionized. But ZZ should be stressed. You are correct there. Yeah, he needs to have done. Yeah. To be fair, Illy, I will say this was a. I mean, I'm fighting the regime in America. I don't know what you're talking about, but when it comes to X-wing, I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just, you know. But what I was gonna say, Illy, is this was a last minute, so he um Sven Sven may be a little nervous and just forgetting things, and um I'm appreciative of him allowing me to stream. No, I understand. Yeah, I know it's not just these two. I'm just explaining or trying to advocate for these two. Oh, that's not like him at all. Okay, yeah, if Bartage is missing things, then So technically ZZ should be focused if he did a focus rotate. But so yeah, Americans, let's remind Taylor about Merciless, and Germans, let's remind Sven after this um, that it has to be an action rotate. It can't just be a rotate. Or maybe he boost rotated. I don't know. I don't know. Our president likes to think he can tell us what to do. Sorry, I got political there for a second. I try not to. I really try not to. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Uh no, Sven gets 2 points here, I think. Or no, it should be 1-1 unless Kylo gets that top left. Yeah, Resistance has been doing a great job uh keeping ships on the objective. Yeah, so that's contested there. Sven should get the bottom left. Oh, he didn't. Okay. So no, you're right, Illy. Yeah. I didn't think Scorch was close enough. But he still has plenty of time. Uh Finn was stressed from Finn was stressed from oh no, he wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so yeah, Finn is out of the fight now. Good thing is he can at least coordinate Poe before Poe does his talon roll or whatever. Yeah, yeah. At least it can coordinate. No, Poe is still in a pretty good spot, I'd say. Yeah. Like Taylor might be in the lead, but yeah, Kylo's out of ions. Um Scorch is hurting, and the ties really don't have a great way to turn around. So I think this is going to be. I mean, this is a make or break turn for Sven. He has to get a ship off the board here. If Scorch does a 2 sloop to the right, it'll be close. If Scorch does a 2 to the left, I think he hits. No, but this is. I think they have 2 turns left based on pace of play. Um, oh, okay. I just got told that I have a game at 2 o'clock. So after this game ends, I'll be streaming another USA Germany game. And then at 3:30, which Snipes, thank you for pushing that back a half hour. I'll be streaming another USA Germany game. So we we have 3 USA versus Germany games on stream today. I have to check what Connor just said. Kick them in the ass, Germany. I am. I am. I'm the only mod here, so I'm checking your German, yeah. Okay. So while we're doing that, I am gonna see if I can. Whoops, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Bear with me, I am doing something on the side. If I miss something, just yell at me. I'm getting the stream set up for the next round. Or the next game. Copy. There we go. And he is playing. I don't know. I'll check after. Thank you for following. Alright, I'll get that second list after this. I am gonna reset the stream after this, just so I can get betting to work. I'm a little surprised too, not gonna lie. Probably wants to try and stay out of Tally's arc. What did Tally go for? Tally tried to go for a sloop. I don't love that. I like the jam because now Tally has. Kylo did boost jam on Tally. Uh, excellent. I'll be in as. Okay, so this is probably the last round. So he has to go for Scorch. Yeah, he's noticing he's in range of that. But I think you go for Scorch. Because you probably have two shots or blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, you want the plasma too. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, you do have 3 shots in the null. Okay, so hit crit. Nothing. Well, that's time. Yeah, I think he went for Scorch because Scorch is unmodded. Yeah, null. Yeah, true. True. No, you're right. You're right. And if you get null, then I mean, if you get null, you get 3 points, and it's a tie. And I don't know how ties are resolved in XTC. Well, that was at Kylo. Hit crit. And yeah. So Kylo gets a shot now. That was into Finn. Finn is fine. No shot there. So the last shot of the game is long shot into ZZ hit crit. ZZ is fine. So your final will be 12-11. I'm sorry, no. 13-11. So, great game for these guys. As we all said, there was a couple misplays, but yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna reset the stream, and then we'll be back here momentarily for game number 2, which is game number 4.